every single time, like something in you wants to disappear into the place you said you shouldn't be near. Maybe this is where you finally break, not into pieces, into something awake. Not something lost, not something to defend, just something willing to reach the end. Say it ends you, say it ruins everything, say it takes more than it could ever bring. Say you'll stop, say you'll run, say you'll leave before it's done, but your hands don't pull away, and your breath begins to stay. And the closer that you get, the less you want to be saved. You know version of paradise. I was born inside the echo of a dream that wouldn't stay. Now I'm dancing with the ashes of the words we couldn't say. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Love is a beautiful game, stealing pieces of my soul, leaving roses in the hole. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Heaven wears a switchblade grin. Every touch becomes a scar, every wound becomes a star. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. We're the saints of lost romance, burning like a photograph, caught forever in the flash. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. If tomorrow disappears, we'll become electric ghosts, singing through the years. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Kiss, kiss, bang, bang. Bang, bang. There's a quiet war inside my chest. No one hears it, but it never sleeps. I wake up wearing yesterday's shadows. They cling to my skin like smoke. There's a voice that calls me sacred, and another one says I'm a joke. I walk through rooms like a stranger. Every mirror bends the truth. Am I made of something broken, or just afraid to choose? I feel it pulling, tearing through every version I once knew. Am I heaven or hell? Am I rising or about to fall again? Every touch feels like a spell, but it burns me in the end. I'm a fire I can't control. I'm the saint and I'm the sin. Every time I lose my soul, I come back and start again. Heaven or hell, I can never tell. There's a softness I keep hiding, like a bruise beneath my bones. If I show it, will it shatter, or finally feel like home? I've been dancing with my demons, learn their names, their every lie. They kiss me like they need me, then leave me there to die. Every high becomes my low. Every place I go alone. Am I heaven or hell? Am I something I can't defend? Every word becomes a wound. Every love becomes an end. I'm a prayer without a God. I'm the truth I try to bend. Every time I think I still learning how to hold both sides. Heaven, hell, they live in me tonight. They live in me tonight. In the hush before the storm, I hear your name in the cold. Through the silence something calls me from a place I used to know. Black feathers fall like memory, tracing lines across my skin. Every shadow feels like destiny, every wound a hidden hymn. I walk through fire without a flame, through nights that never spoke, but something ancient breathes my name in every word I never wrote. I feel it under my bones, a rhythm older than time, pulling me into the unknown, where your darkness meets mine. I am the Black Valkyrie, born from the silent sea, calling the lost and the broken back to eternity. Through the veil I can see what you were meant to be. Fall into me, don't fight it. You belong to the dark with me. Rise with me, fall with me into the endless dream. Steel and shadows in my veins, frozen fire in my breath. I don't fear the hidden pain. I was shaped inside the depths. Your heartbeat echoes into mine, like drums beneath the ground. A sacred pulse, a warning sigh of something never meant to be found. You feel it under your skin, a whisper you can't deny. The edge where we began is where the old gods cry. I am the Black Valkyrie, dancing through memory, breaking the chains of the living to set your spirit free. Through the night you will see there's no escape from me. Fall into me, don't fight it. You belong to the dark with me. In the void I waited, in the dark I grew. Every tear you buried was leading back to you. You were never alone, you were never lost. Come back to the place beyond the cross. I voice, just a fracture in the silence. Something soft, something wrong. I didn't feel it enter. I only felt it stay. Like something sacred breaking down. You never needed to speak out loud. You let the silence pull me under, and I kept calling it love, while it was learning how to conquer. I felt it in the space between every word you never said. You turned my pulse into a rhythm I couldn't disconnect. Now every signal feels corrupted. Every nerve begins to glow. I try to fight it in the dark, but it was already in my bones. You are the poison in my veins, the slow decay I can't escape. Every touch rewrites the pain, and I still beg you just to stay. You are the fire under skin, the sweetest curse I'm living in. If this is how I break apart, then let it echo through my heart. Poison, I let you in. Poison, again, 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 again. Now I can feel you in my bloodstream, like a code I can't erase. Every mirror shows a version that still carries your trace. You turn my fear into devotion, made the damage feel like truth. I was searching for a reason, you were rewriting all my proof. Every warning turned to static, every instinct led me wrong. I can hear it getting louder like a never-ending song, and I know I should resist it, I should tear it out somehow. But the deeper that it cuts me, the more I need it now. You are the poison in my veins, the slow decay I can't escape. Every touch rewrites the pain, and I still beg you just to stay. You are the fire under skin, the sweetest curse I'm living. They say you're a witch in the night, where the silent spirits call, where your voice becomes the echo of the magic in us all. They say you're a witch in the night, and the shadows feel alive. Every dream begins to shimmer when your midnight spells arrive. Your shadow found me first, before I knew your name. A quiet kind of danger I never learned to tame. The air was thick and restless, like something left unsaid. You moved a little closer, and silence filled my head. I should have turned away then, I felt it in my chest. But something in your presence made ruin feel like rest. Rest, 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 rest. Streetlights blurred like memories we never really had. Your voice was soft but certain, it made the night feel sad. There was no need for questions, we understood too well. Some things are only meant to drag you straight to hell. Your hands were hesitation, your eyes were quiet sin, and every step I took back was pulling me back in. There's a kind of gravity in everything you do, like falling isn't falling if it's into you, 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 you. I felt it getting close to the point of no control, where wanting turns to hunger and hunger takes its toll. You didn't even touch me, but I was already gone, like something deep inside me had waited for too long. This is the kiss of no return, where every nerve begins to burn. No saving what we've become, no way to outrun. This is the line we never see, until it cuts too deep to leave. No future left to learn, just the kiss of no return. This is the moment we're given, not to love but something thin, a beautiful concern, and the kiss of no return. You never had to promise, you never had to lie. The truth was in the distance you kept between our eyes. I tried to stay a stranger, I tried to keep my shape, but something in your silence would never let me escape. You look at me like damage, like something almost gone, and somehow that reflection is where I still belong. I feel myself dissolving in ways I can't defend, like every part I lose now is closer to the end. between us that hasn't come undone. And still I move towards you like you're the only one. This is the kiss of no return, where all the better parts will burn. No mercy in the fall, I gave you all. This is the edge I couldn't see until it closed around me. No lesson left to learn, just a kiss of no return. This is where the silence breaks in every choice we never make. A slow and steady burn in the kiss of no return. In the kiss of no return. Stay, don't say anything, it only makes it real close, like we don't exist outside of what we feel. Wait, there's a second left before it disappears. Now there's no going back, we're already here. I tried to find a version of myself you couldn't reach, but every road I took just led you deeper into me. You never raised your voice, you never had to try. You only had to look at me like I was worth the born inside a shadow. No name, no shape, no light, just echoes breathing in the dark, like something waiting to become. With no edges, a silence that whispered my name. Every step was a question unfolding, every wound was a spark in the flame. I was drifting through endless corridors of versions I couldn't define. Every fear carved deeper inside me, like a map to a place that was mine. And I fell deeper than I ever meant to go, through the layers of everything I didn't know. Every scar, every broken memory was building something inside of me. This is my black sanctuary, where I hide and I become. Every shadow lives inside me, every war I've ever won. lose, no illusion, no more splitting who I am. If I break here, let it happen. I don't need to understand. There's no border, there's no other. There was never anything to hide. She's not pulling, I'm just falling into something that was always mine. Loud and quiet rooms, break good things just to hear the sound. Wear my bruises like cheap perfume and spin in circles when I should calm down. There's glitter falling from a cigarette, mascara running like a midnight flood. I kiss like I've got nothing left, then disappear before it turns to love. Some nights I wanna be held, some nights I wanna burn the whole city down. I don't know which one is really me. this is all that I know. Maybe love feels fake unless it hurts me. Maybe I'm scared to be whole. I don't know why I need the noise. Why peace makes me feel empty. Why I keep turning every good thing into a memory. Lipstick, blood red, bad dreams, no rest, laughing, crying, both at the same time. Why am I a beautiful disaster? A fallen angel dressed in laughter, hurricane behind the makeup, a soul that never learned to stay calm. I want somebody to understand me without trying to save me, but every road inside my head still leads to chaos in the end. So I dance alone beneath fluorescent lights, smiling like everything's alright. And somewhere deep inside the static, I still ask myself, why am I a beautiful disaster? Why am I a beautiful disaster? I drove through the silence inside of my chest, counting old ghosts that refused to rest. Every mirror knew my name before I did. Every wound I buried still lives underneath my skin. I remember the boy with the runaway eyes, dreaming neon futures beneath the electric skies. Now the nights feel colder than they used to be, and every road I take keeps leading back to me. Was I somebody once, or just a shadow passing through the dark? Was I alive back then, or only learning how to fall apart? And all these voices keep crawling through my veins like broken radio stations. myself inside the static haze, asking why we turned our dreams into escape. Did we become stronger, or simply harder to love? There's a war inside my bloodstream every night, between who I pretend to be and who survives. And every memory tastes bittersweet somehow, like summer disappearing while you're holding it down. I speak to the ceiling like God left long ago, searching for answers in the smoke and afterglow. But tears don't fall tonight, they burn beneath fluorescent lights. I wear my loneliness with pride, like scars I cannot hide. And I keep talking to the darkness like an old familiar friend, trying to find out where my soul begins and where this emptiness will end. Tears don't fall, they echo through it all, inside my soul, inside my soul. Maybe we're all just lost transmissions floating through forgotten years, half addicted to nostalgia, half consumed by fear. I see my reflection in the midnight glass, 1,000 different versions from my past. The hopeful one, the broken one, the one who still believes. And deep beneath the noise, beneath the smoke, beneath the endless overthinking, there's still a heartbeat, still a fire, still something inside me breathing. Tell me who I am when nobody's watching. Tell me what remains when the dream is fading. But tears don't fall tonight, they become rivers in my mind. And every fear I try to hide comes back to life. Still I keep talking to the darkness, searching through the wreckage left behind, hoping somewhere in the distance there's a version of myself I'll finally recognize. Tears don't fall, they live inside us all, inside our souls, inside our souls. And maybe healing isn't learning how to forget, maybe it's learning how to survive your own reflection under these dead neon skies. I finally whisper to myself, I'm still here. Ashes on my lips tonight, born to burn. Black leather heartbeat, fire in my veins, lipstick like a loaded gun, dancing through the flames, smoke above the city. Devils know my name, every kiss I motor oil and poison running through my blood. Late night metal lullabies under moonlit drugs. Broken motor memories, whispers in the rain. Every road I ever took led me back to pain. Fishnet black religion, studs against my skin. Heaven never wanted me, so hell just let me in. And every siren calling sounds just like my past. I can hear the city breathing as the shadows crash. I was born to burn like a fire with no return. Light another cigarette, watch the whole world drown in red. Born to burn, feel my heart beneath the dirt. Every lover leaves a wound. Everyone becomes the truth. Born to burn. Kiss me in the ruins, hold me in the smoke. If tomorrow never finds us, let the night explode. I don't wanna be remembered like a saint without desire. I would rather die in darkness than survive without the fire. Starts where the light forgets my name. In the quiet between breath and blame, something moves but it isn't me. Just a shape where I used to be. I hear it call from underneath. Every doubt I tried to keep, like a mirror that doesn't lie, but shows the parts I buried alive. Alone through a fractured glow. Every step where I shouldn't go. Every silence cuts too deep, like a promise I couldn't keep. There's a voice decide. I kept it all inside until it started breaking me. Like it could save me, like it made me something pure. Every crack I kept invisible, just to make them feel secure. I learned silence like a language, never spoke what I became. Kept a heaven in my chest, while it slowly filled with pain. Heaven doesn't hear you when you whisper in disguise. Perfection is a prison where the quiet version dies. They said angels never cry, so I buried mine alive. Turn the pain into a halo, let it eat me from inside. But halos crack in silence when the truth you hold is lies. If angels never cry, why does it feel like I'm dying inside? Every I'm okay, I whispered tighten something in my chest. Every version that they loved was the one that hurt me best. I was fading in their image, I was losing what was real. Every moment I stayed perfect, I forgot how I could feel. And the silence turned electric, and the weight became too much. And the wings they put upon me never knew how to touch. So I fell, not loud, not all at once, just enough to finally feel. Now I walk without the halo, let it shadow where it lay. Every lie I used to carry turned to ash along the way. They can call me something wicked, they can say I lost control, but if this is what is honest, I won't bury it again. They told me not to feel it, not to break, not to show it. Devils may cry, devils may cry. Devils may cry. Devils may cry. Even when they fall apart, even when there's nothing left to lose, I don't need your heaven now, I've seen what it can do. Don't tell me to be perfect, don't tell me not to feel. You built a world of angels that were never meant to heal. I was dying just to fit it, I was fading just to stay, but something in me broke enough to finally walk away. Devils may cry. learn to suffer silently. Angels never cry, but I did. Felt it before it had a name. There's something in the way you come alive when everything around you fades to night. Like silence fits you better than the light. Like something in you waits for it to rise. You try to move like nothing's really changed, like you still recognize yourself the same. But every step you take begins to bend towards something deeper you don't comprehend. And I can see it in your steady breath. Not fear, but something closer now to death. Like part of you is leaning into this. Like something in you wants to be consumed. You don't fight it, not anymore. You feel it knocking from inside the door. Always been alive. Don't look away, you know this feeling well. The kind you never learned how to tell. The kind that lives in every hidden part, that slowly wraps itself around your heart. You try to bury it in daylight thoughts and softer things and everything you're not. But every time the silence goes too deep, just beneath your skin. And it's not violent, it's not loud or wild. It's patient, slow, almost reconciled. Like something ancient learning how to stay inside the shape you try to keep in place. You don't escape it, you don't deny. You feel it moving behind your eyes, vampire inside. You feel it closer every night, not something you can leave behind. It follows every line, vampire inside. It whispers softly in your mind. resist. You've been moving toward this. Every second pulls you in. Every silence draws you in. You don't stop it, you don't hide. You just feel it come alive. Vampire inside. You don't run from it this time. You feel it move, you let it rise. No distance left to hide. Vampire inside. You let it stay, you let it guide. Not something you survive, just something you align. You felt it before it had a name, and now you don't